Glenn.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, have you actually approached Congress on this, or has it even gone to that level yet?
No, not yet, but it's really interesting. I think as we are passing on our message that technology needs to play a strategic role in reshaping communities and really playing a part in increasing the quality of life for our citizens, that it's going to be a good idea for our group to go out to Washington and start lobbying, because I think people need to recognize that the behind the scenes of this whole wireless movement has to do with what happened in 9/11. The reason for what happened in 9/11 at Ground Zero essentially happened because there wasn't a network that allowed police, fire, and ambulance to all communicate on a real-time basis. So Homeland Security now has grant money for cities to start adopting these wireless networks. And
wonderful. So is that how did you find out, before we close? I actually
Sure.
how did you come about with this idea? I mean, that's pretty incredible,
well,
really.
the idea of wireless networks wasn't our idea. I was actually approached by two computer and technology geniuses. One of them is Jeremiah Jacks. He's going to be the next Bill Gates, I could assure you. And he had the vision to say, look, community portals are going to make our societies safe again and allow our communities to grow from within. And so that's why our endeavor is, again, to reach out to community and city leaders and say, please don't allow technology to identify what a city is. Allow the citizens and the communities to understand what the value of technology can be, to start instilling the values and the cultures and the philosophies that are necessary to make people feel good about where they live and to make them start feeling safe again, so that we can start building communities. And that's why we're so gracious that you allowed us to speak to your audience, because the missing link here is that people within the community really they're not really educated about what these wireless cities mean and what it's really going to mean for them long term. And what we're trying to do is make sure that this is a collaborative effort between the technology providers, government leaders, and the community. And we believe if we could all start working together, it's going to make our communities a better place to live and make people feel better about where they live. When people feel uncomfortable with technology, then they don't want to adopt it and they don't want to engage with it. And so if people start looking at the economic factors involved with technology, which is what the wireless city is all about, at least one of the primary things, we believe that not only people are going to embrace technology, but I think it's going to help technology innovators in the future to come.
Well, I think it's wonderful what you are actually doing. I think it's wonderful that you've met, that you're able to incorporate Denise in this.
Well, if I may just say, when we reached out to Denise, we did a lot of research, because we recognize that you got to do this right the first time. And what we realize is that Denise, in our minds, is that she is the ambassador for women and children's safety.
Oh, yeah,
and
you are.
Women and children's safety is an epidemic in this country. Yeah, is an epidemic in this country, and people don't pay attention to those issues until it's too late. And if we can find a way to bring technology to close that gap of awareness, I think that we're going to find this country going into the right direction, because you're not going to be able to avoid it. Take the time to understand what the municipal wireless movement means to you. Please reach out to us. We will answer your questions, because without you, we will not be able to make cities safer, and real economic development from within will not become a reality, because we need to start embracing your ideas, your thoughts, and your ambitions, because it's all about building a community that's loaded with talent and education. And we believe that through emerging technologies, we will make the U.S. what it was always intended to be.